Every day from the French port of Calais, around 5,000 trucks make the crossing to England. But freight isn't the only cargo. Most of us take for granted the 22 miles of sea between France and England, but for others, it is the ultimate voyage to a new life. Refugees from war and poverty in Africa and the Middle East come to Calais hoping to reach the UK. Jackie Verhagen works for a charity which cares for homeless people all over France. And in Calais, that means refugees.
You speak English? A little. So where are you from? Iran. And where are you heading? Where are you going?
England.
This woman and her father have been in Calais for 3 weeks.
How will you get to England?
Camion.
Yes,
Yes. Lorry. On the lorry. Or, yeah, on the lorry. On the back of the lorry, or under the lorry. We're taking those 2 people to the woods around Calais, where they can spend the night and try to sleep, if they can, with the rain. Really a bad night for them, I imagine. I just found them a couple of sleeping bags, but they're made of cloth, so after a couple of hours in the rain, they'll be useless as well.
The going rate for being trafficked to Calais can be up to £6,000. But from here, they must find their own way to England.
In general, really. But pork boil.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie.
You're welcome. Good luck. Khadafis.
Thank you.
Khadafis.
Thank you. خداحافظ. دست شما درد نکنه.
Good luck. He's very sad. He's very sad and very worried about her, you know, more than about himself. He knows what her face is, man. He's been there before. He went to England, actually, and he's been deported back to Iran. When you think that in 20 years we won't have enough workers to pay retirement plans, and we're gonna have to go abroad to get workers when we can have them right now, right here. This is politics, you know? That's how you get elected. Saying no more immigrants, saying more security, saying...
The refugees have set up makeshift camps in easy reach of the lorries. They call this area the jungle. There are 50 Afghanis living in this camp. 21-year-old Jamal has been trying to get to the UK for 2 months.
There is a place that you're sleeping. Take a look. I'm surprised that we are in European countries with this kind of life. This
You
is
didn't expect that.
Hmm?
You didn't expect this.
No, never. See, this is our life.
Jamal worked as an interpreter for the US Army in Afghanistan.
My job was a little dangerous because we had lots of combat mission, which is fight against the terrorists, Taliban, Al-Qaeda, face to face.
Okay, let's go.
why did you leave Afghanistan?
My life was in danger because they want me to kill U.S. Army and ISAF, and they want me to put a bomb in the office. So they told me, we're going to pay you $20,000, $30,000. I said, no, why should I kill them? They have got their parents, their children, their wives in the United States and European countries. They're waiting for them. So why should I kill them? That's not good, I think.
Having escaped the Taliban, Jamal tries every night to get to the UK. Nobody knows how many people enter the UK illegally, but the government's latest estimate is that there are 500,000.
أي رقيب هر ما وقومي كزبان ناشكين دانري توبي زمان ناشكين دانري توبي زمان
Sardar Hamar Jalil came to the UK hidden in the back of a lorry 6 years ago. He's a refugee from Iraqi Kurdistan.
Any Kurdish song that when you sing or when you hear, it reminds you of back home. The songs that you heard when you was there. Yeah, I miss my country.
Couldn't stay in Iraq anymore. It was, not very safe for us to stay in Iraq.
Sardar claimed asylum when he first arrived in 2001, but he's still waiting to be told whether he can stay.
We mentioned England, that we want to go to England. It's a safe country, so they just put us to the ships, lorry, from this lorry to this lorry and all this. And suddenly, you just come up in England. When I came out on the road, I didn't know this is England. I didn't absolutely know this is the England. And I was quite worried. Faster.
Sardar lives with his girlfriend, Petrina.
It was like Jackie Chan.
She's from Malaysia and is on a study visa.
Then when I met her 2.5 years ago, we started going out. After 6-7 months, I realized that, actually this girl, the kind of girl I'm, so happy with.
He said to me, look, I want to have somebody who's going to be a partner in my life, who's going to be enjoying life with me, going out, having dinner, going to nice places.
We've been living together for a month now. We're quite happy together. If you keep going like this, we'll be married.
It's the day of Petrina's graduation in Bath.
To me, Sardar is Sardar. I don't see him as the asylum seeker, or I don't see him as somebody who came from somewhere very poor, came off the back of a lorry, and to me, Sardar is Sardar. He does what he does. He would never be somebody who would forget about his culture. Coming out of Iraq has allowed him to express other ideas, that he wouldn't be able to when he's back in Kurdistan, because, you would have the confines of the community or what they dictate to you or what you should do. In terms of integration, I think it didn't really matter whether he was here or in another part of Europe or whatever. It's what that country would allow him to do, to express the person that he is.
Fewer than 1 in 4 asylum seekers are granted leave to remain. Sardar hopes he'll be one of the lucky ones. One of Sardar's mates isn't so lucky. Armin Mardi is another Kurdish refugee who hid in a lorry 5 years ago.
Oh my God, this animal shit smells very nice. English countryside is nice.
But he's been refused asylum, and unless he successfully appeals the government's decision, his permission to remain in the UK is not guaranteed.
You seen the immigration judge? They are very nice people. Half of them they are racist and stupid, you know. I can't find a solicitor for you, believe me. I don't know, someone don't like you in immigration and they want to send you back to Iraq. Anyway, don't worry, I will speak to the solicitor just later and I will call you back, okay?
Armin does have a job as a courier in the West Country.
Time is 11:10.
What I don't understand is how can a failed asylum seeker get a job and work here?
I have my work permit.
So how come you've got a work permit that you can't get leave to remain in the UK?
It's a stupid system. The system is not good, you know. This country, they give documents, you know, proper documents, you know, work permit to people, and then after that they refuse them, and then after that they say, okay, you've been refused. So I refuse, but I'm working. Because no one can stop me when I work. It's because I have to work. I have no support, nothing, you know? So I have to work. Yes. 127.
Have you got a national insurance number?
Yes.
Yeah.
National number, work permit, driver license, forklift license.
So you'll have everything but a passport?
Just passport, man, just passport.
Both Sardar and Armin are members of the Kurdish community in Bristol.
You know what I said, huh?
Yeah, I'm fine. Let me go first, please.
Look at that.
Having experienced his own immigration problems, Armin helps other asylum seekers.
They need this form, they have to fill it and then send to the Home Office and they may grant indefinite leave to remain.
There's a families here for 7-8 years. They get refused. They don't have anywhere to go. So they need this application form so they get back to the normal life. That's what they want.
Sometimes I feel I'm a guest in this country until I get exceptional leave to remain status. But when I get a status, I'm not guest. I want to feel like a citizen person. If I get a status, the first thing I'm gonna get somewhere, I'm gonna find accommodation and try to study. Like everyone, work and then study. But I know at the moment I can't, so that's why I'm just trying to ignore my hopes.
In Calais, the French authorities have cracked down, closing the lorry park and burning down Jamal's camp. Jamal is now in Paris, where the police presence is less.
Surprise.
He's among 200 refugees, most of whom still want to reach the UK.
So these are tents that are...
Yeah, the people sleeping in here.
Do they sleep now?
Yeah, there's different people from Hungary, from, I think, Poland, you know, Russian people. And over there, Afghanis, over here, Afghanis people. Some of them making food in here, making tea.
What do you think about people fighting?
That's not good. That's not good at all. If they want to fight, they can go back to Afghanistan. Fight over there against the Taliban and Al-Qaeda. So this is the European countries. They're in French right now. Fight's not good, in my idea.
Do you miss Calais?
Yeah, I miss jungle. I miss jungle, but unfortunately, it's closed. That was a good place to go to England, yeah. Very good.
Oh, you mean for to get on the truck?
Yeah. Very, very good.
The Afghanis have many stories to tell. Wahid Sayad has already lived in the UK and applied for political asylum.
How long have you lived in England?
For 7 years. Yeah,
Where's
7.
that?
In Birmingham. A lot of places like Sellyog, Vincent Green, Aston, you know, Spark Hill, Elm Rock. These places I used to live.